How's it going, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode here on SPT Tarkov. We are making some very good progress so far within this particular series. We've done 5 raids, we haven't died in a single one. We've had a couple of scares in a couple of the raids where we've lost limbs, we've been damaged quite a bit, we haven't had bandages, all that kind of stuff, but we've managed to keep our survival streak going. However, in this particular episode, we're going to be starting off our grind over on customs because we do have a few tasks that we need to do over, over on the customs side of things. So if you just have a quick look at our tasks, we need to go and plant these posters, we need to do background check, and we also want to try and see if we can get a TOS and a 3M armor. We're also still looking for the insulating tape and duct tape, as well as salewers, and also if we can get anything for the acquaintance task, that would be quite nice to see as well. But regardless, that's enough talking for this introduction. Let's jump into a customs run and see how we fare. Alrighty, excuse me. So we are into customs, and it's not a great spawn for what we're looking to do, if I'm honest. We have to go round to the back through Old Gas and then over to the stronghold area in order to get ourselves the poster planted. And we do also need to head to the dorms to go and grab the key in order to get the bronze pocket watch. But regardless of that, we'll make our way through the map as we can do. Try and see if we can get into a few fights, and also try and grab as much loot as possible on our way through as well. Anything we grab, we're probably going to do what I discussed in the previous run, or the previous episode should I say, which is just dump everything into stash and then go into the next run. The only times I'll probably show you guys the stash is if we're, or not the stash, but like the loading screens area is if we are handing in tasks or doing anything in our hideout. But we did just hear a grenade go off. It sounded like it was over towards the new gas area, so we don't need to worry too much about that at this present moment in time. But we are going to take everything and then just drop a few things back into the weapon cases and anything else that we do search, just so we are able to grab the experience from the items that we do end up grabbing. Put that back. I'm going to take the PSO just so we can go ahead and end up selling it in the future. I'm going to turn my flashlight on because I can't see anything, which probably means you guys can't see a lot either in this area here. Nothing apart from some pliers, which we probably will take because we can then barter those for the elite pliers that we're going to need to get the shotgun for the first gunsmith task, or at least most of the shotgun for the first gunsmith task. And then we'll head over towards the stronghold side of the map. I'm going to go ahead and keep hold of this rail. But everything else we will just send back into that case, or the box, should I say. And one thing that I keep meaning to do and I keep forgetting to do is change the settings on the keybind for leaning. And the reason I say that is in the likes of Arena Breakout Infinite, and also when I've played a little bit of Delta Force, I've got the lean function to be on just press rather than hold like we have it on here on Tarkov. So it's definitely going to be something that we change up at some point during the course of this series. We're not going to worry about it too much this particular episode, but just to have a little bit of continuity across the whole of the series and the whole of the games that we're playing, we're just going to go ahead and change that keybind probably for the next episode, as long as I remember to do so. Because I keep forgetting to do so, which is the main reason why I don't end up actually going ahead and getting everything sorted in that regard. We need the soap, I think, for the hideout still. Not 100% sure on that, but I'm going to go ahead and grab it regardless. I think we might already have a soap, but we'll take one just to be on the safe side. If we have it, we can always vendor it to someone like Therapist. We are now at Stronghold. So we need to go and plant these posters that we picked up on woods. So I'm just going to go ahead and head to Stronghold pretty much straight away, rather than messing about too much and trying to loot too much. Just go and get these posters put down, and then we can go from there. Because obviously upstairs we have the crates that we can look in for any med items. There's also the little bunk area over in the back left of this particular building as well. But we'll go ahead and place down these posters. It takes 30 seconds. Unfortunately, it is 30 seconds that we're unable to... I don't know why I'm struggling to speak right now, but we're unable to move. So we just need to be very mindful of any movement that we may hear during the course of doing so. But it doesn't sound like there's anything or anyone here, which is helpful for us. And that is the posters done and dusted. Lovely. Nice to get those out of the way and done. PS, AP 6.3 will definitely go ahead and take that. Some very nice ammo for us to have available to us. Why can't I go down to my... It's not letting me go down to my container. Hello? Where's my container? What's going on? I don't have the ability to go down to my container right now. I'm very, very confused. It's like my container doesn't exist. Which is strange, because we definitely had one going into the run. Unless it's one of the presets in the game that doesn't allow us to use it, I don't know. But yeah, our container is just null and void. It doesn't actually exist for this raid. A little bit unfortunate, because if we do have a blacked out limb, we don't have any form of healing it right now. So, a little bit unfortunate. But it is what it is. Do we have any Salewas sat in this medical supply crate? Salewa? Yes. This is a Salewa, hopefully. Alkali. We'll take it regardless, because we do actually need that eventually. But one Salewa out of that crate isn't too bad. We will head upstairs to see if we can grab another Salewa from there. Another gas analyzer is huge. Because if we can get all the gas analyzers that we need pretty much instantaneously, straight after the Salewas, then we are in a good spot. I am very surprised there's no AI around this location. Normally you at least have some scavs in and around here. We do need the strikes. I don't think we need 2 sausages though. We'll go ahead and eat the peas. We need the Wilsons as well. So let's get rid of this suppressor and take these 2. And continue to loot up whilst we're up here. I can't actually remember which crates are which, like which crates are technical crates, which crates are medical crates, but we might as well have a look at each one just to see what we find in them. We do have a propane, so in that case, that can't go on there, but we can put it on there. Let's get rid of that, put that down here, put that in there, and we'll take the propane, because why the hell not? There is a little med case here which we can check. Sometimes there's meds in and around this location too, but doesn't look like something on the floor. Again, right now we are looking for a Salewa. No luck in this one, unfortunately. So we'll come round to this med crate. Please be a Salewa. I'd absolutely go... I was about to say I'd go nuts if that was another Salewa there. No such luck, unfortunately. We could go over to Crack House. We do need to go to dorms at some point in this run to grab ourselves the key for the bronze pocket watch, which we do actually need to open a space up for, because we do not have any room for it right now. We'll go and check this last crate over here, which I think is a ration supply crate if I'm not mistaken. So there is a chance at Iskaras and Tushonkas, which is what we are looking for Jaeger. Unfortunately, no such luck in here, so we're just going to leave that and move on. So next up, we are going to head over towards dorms, which I think might be where all of the shooting is currently going down on the map. So we did not have any sort of engagements go down here at Stronghold. Don't see Sniper Scav, unless that is Sniper Scav and I'm just tripping. Where are my shots going? Hello? There we go. Finally got him. Got him eventually. Let's just reload our magazine. Make sure we pick up our mag though, because we obviously have a full armoured rig as well as a full backpack. We are going to head upstairs in here because there can be some meds up here as well, and I did see a orange flare for another stash, so that's another thing we can go and check out before we head into dorms. So there's a duffel there, but I'm not going to be too worried about that. Just wanted to check here. So there's adrenaline, which we'll take over. Let's take it over the WD-40 for now, because we don't actually need those currently. And we're just going to move on, I think. I will check this duffel whilst we run past it, just to see if there's anything worth picking up in here, which there isn't, just an AA battery, so we will leave that where it is. We can now go to the stash and then move on over to dorms to grab our key for the bronze pocket watch task. But not having access to a container in this run... Where the hell am I being shot at from? Hello? Let's move back here a second. I think it was over towards the hole in the wall. That's what it looked like anyway. Just take a different angle of approach here. No, they're to my left, okay. Drop the bag real quick. Don't know exactly where to our left though. Plenty of grenades going off over the far side of the map where we ended up spawning. That's the dead sniper scav we killed. I'm not going to get too hung up on taking a fight here if we can't see the culprit of the shots. We're just going to go and retrieve our bag and move on. I'm going to leave the stash alone that we were going to go for, I think, because that might be in the line of sight of the scav player that's been trying to take us out. But I am going to be very wary about our left-hand side before we push through. Okay, I don't see anything, so I'm just going to move. And then we'll go and loot this stash instead, I think. It's a little bit safer than doing the one that we originally were going to look at. Anything worthwhile in here? Dr. Lupo's beans, but not really worth us taking, in my honest opinion. So now we will just push into dorms. But before I do so, I'm going to repack this mag, and I'm also going to drop an item as well. Removes toxication and radiation exposure. Skill metabolism goes up. Antidote. I don't think we're going to need this right now. So I'm going to drop that just so we can pick up the key without too much issue and fuss. Because if we didn't have any space in the backpack or the rig, then getting the key from dorms would be a bit of a issue. But I am now going to turn my flashlight on. Dead scav. Right, let's go and grab this key whilst we're here. Main reason we've come here. So yeah, I honestly think the fact we can't access our... that's downstairs. I think the reason we can't access our container is due to a preset that can be put onto SPT through server value modifier. At least that's what I believe it is anyway, because there's no way that we did not bring in a container with us. Regardless, we do get a PMC kill there, so I'm quite happy about that. Just go and see what you had on you, Mr. PMC. MPX. Probably worth taking over the AKM for now, I think. I kind of want to take the dog tag. We need the Tarka meat as well. We'll take that over this. We do have an ALU splint, so we'll change that for this. We'll pop the Kvass in a minute. Just want to check to see what else It's moving outside the front. We should be okay, just to very quickly check. Right, they're running away from us. In that case, let's very quickly just do this. Made me jump out my skin, dude. Shotgun there would have been non-ideal to run into, gonna be honest. Level 24. We will take that kill for sure. Have a Zook, which will probably come in quite handy to store a bunch of this loot down here. To have a bit more space. We'll take that because we need it eventually. Let's go ahead and chuck all of this, at least the stuff that we can, into the Zook. Does mean that we've got a little bit more space down here, so we'll put that down there. And I am going to take this dog tag. Right, let's push over to get this bronze pocket watch sorted. How much ammo have we got? 3.5, so we do need to reload this before we do anything else. Then we'll grab this and move on. So we don't have a drink on us. We were going to drink the kvass, but we got pushed by the other player. So if we find any food and drink during the course of the rest of this run, then I think it will definitely be worth us grabbing. I honestly thought that scav saw me, but evidently not. The aim there wasn't great, not going to lie. Regardless, let's see what this stash has in store for us. We still have 2 full mags. Tushonka's huge, we'll definitely take that. Because we need that for the Jaeger task. And now we will push over to try and get the bronze pocket watch sorted. I do also now want to loot this stash whilst we're here, considering we're not trying to be lasered up by someone. The VOG 17, I don't think that's what we need for the task right now, but I will definitely take it. And I'm going to take the Desert Eagle instead of the TT pistol. And then we'll move on and grab the bronze pocket watch for background check-in. And I think the last thing I want to do is go over to Crack House and see if we can find another Salewa over there. So if we can find that, then we'll be in a very good position to get quite a few of our tasks done that we need to get sorted. I'm going to go over here and repack my mag before I move on to the Crack House side of things. We don't have, obviously, the container, meaning that this PRS ammo is the only ammo that we have spare. MPX looks like it has M882 in it, unfortunately, so not the greatest of ammos, but it'll work in a pinch if we need to go ahead and use it. Just put in the rest of the ammo into this other spare mag we have right here. And then definitely move over to Crack House to see if we can find any other Salewas. And after that, we'll just end up exfilling out over towards RUAF, because that is one of our extracts. Feels weird coming back to this side of the map after already coming through here, obviously at the stronghold. But I wanted to go and get the key for background check-in and grab the pocket watch before I did any sort of exploring here at Crack House. Checking this room first, actually. A couple of IFAKs and a morphine. Take these. We'll drop this one. Put that on to 5. Why can I not keep buying that? Hello? Morphine. There's another morphine down here. Ooh, what do we drop for that morphine then? Probably the pliers. take the morphine because we do need that for a task as well. Unfortunately, no Salewas in here, but we will have a quick check around the rest of the crack house just to see if there's any Salewas that have spawned. We could check in the filing cabinets in there, but for now I think it's just a bit more beneficial if we aim to... Please, can I loot this guy? Thank you. If we aim to just move through this run. Back robber rig. We could probably take that if we wanted to. Takes up, I think, one less section. Yeah, okay, cool. So we can put the alkali down here and actually reload into the rig now. But so far so good. Obviously the only thing we are missing is the final, we'll take that key, the final Salewa. If we don't find it in this run, it's not the end of the world. We can certainly hopefully find one in the future. Do I only need one more, or is it two more that we need for this? We just need the one more, and I think I've already got that. So we could actually eat that up for some energy, and then see if we can grab any sort of hydration out of here, or even in the bathroom. And then check the last few med spawns and head out of the raid. So an aramid's not going to help us. A power bank's interesting. We do need it for a task. We'll probably drop these pliers to take the power bank in that case. Check in here. Check this jacket, the duffel, and the dead scav. Max energy is going to be helpful for some hydration, so we'll go ahead and pop this real quick. And we'll also check the last two bits in here. The main thing, obviously, that I want to try and find is Salewas, or at least a Salewa. So we have one more, which will make it up to 2 found for the task. But we still need one final one. That is, unfortunately, not the actual healing item we're looking for. But I do kind of want to take it. We don't need the clean right now. We can get rid of that. Take the AFAC instead. Does this med case have... No, it doesn't. I was about to say, does this med case have a Salewa? Unfortunately, it does not. It has an AI2, but the AI2 is not going to be very useful for us right now. FMJ rounds, not really too fussed about that. Oak flakes and another Tushonka. Right, we will take that Tushonka, because we can go ahead and craft the smaller Tushonkas with that Tushonka. But now we just want to get out of this raid. Not really much need for us to still be here. Just wanted to check Crack House to make sure we didn't miss out on any form of Salewas. Pretty sure I just heard movement. I don't think I've got an unknown key, but I'm not quite on that task yet. And I may not have heard movement. It might have been myself brushing against the bushes. But I didn't want to be stuck looting the dead body and get shot at by a scav or PMC. But that is a successful customs raid. And I will show you me obviously handing in the items and the tasks that we have completed here. And then we'll jump into another run. A couple of PMC kills there, as well as a few scavs. Cannot complain with the raid whatsoever, because we got 2 tasks completed, we got another Salewa, we've got another Tushonka as well, got a few keys, albeit we've only got 1 key actually. I think I was tempted to take the unknown key because that's the first time we've run customs. Actually it's the second time I think we run customs outside of the original task that we did, original run even. But we now have Ref unlocked, so we'll go ahead and accept him. And we can now hand in these 3 items to him. Jaeger can have one of these Tushonkas, and then Therapist can have one of these Salewas. So other than that, oh, and actually Painter can go ahead and have these 2 duct tapes. So all we need now is just the insulin tape or the insulating tape, should I say, for Painter. But I'm going to get myself all ready to rock and roll into another raid. We'll choose the map and we'll get ourselves ready to rock and roll. So without further ado, guys, I'm going to go sort out everything we just got from that raid, and then we'll go into the second raid of the episode. Alrighty, so we have loaded into our next raid, and we decided to come to woods. The main reason behind that is we wanted to try and get search mission done and get some progress towards Shootout Picnic. But this map also has a decent amount of spawns for food and hydration to be able to try and get the tasks done for Ref and for Jaeger. We also have a chance to obviously find in-raid Salewers, so that's another thing that we can hopefully look to try and grab during the course of this run. And we do have our alpha container for this raid, so that confirms my thought process about the container being taken off with one of the presets, which is actually quite an interesting thing. Obviously, I have my preset loaded, which increases the chances of us being able to get supply drops, not by a lot, but it still gives us a bit of a increased chance at supply drops dropping on maps. And also, it will load up the presets that are already within the server modifier, or server value modifier, should I say. So it does give us the opportunity to have interesting additional modifications added into the playthrough. For example, the one that we've got for this raid, if Sturman is up, he'll be roaming in a map rather than being at his usual spawn of the lumberyard. So we do need to be a bit careful whilst we progress around the map, just in case Sturman is actually up and about, because they could be absolutely anywhere. I'm hoping, if I'm honest, that they're not going to be up in this raid, and I say that solely because we don't really have the ammunition in our SKS that we've taken in to take on a boss like Sturman right now. And we do actually need to go ahead and repair this SKS because it's starting to lose a bit more durability than what it first had when we initially ended up grabbing it from the, I think it was a PMC that we killed for it. Obviously the durability on the weapon was slightly lower than 100, and now it is going down a bit further through the use that we have used on woods in the previous runs. But right now we're going to go up to the forward operating camp, or the med camp, or whatever you want to call it. It used to be really good for med spawns. It's not as great now. A lot of the crates that are in this particular camp are now technical crates, but that does allow us the opportunity to find things for the hideout. And speaking of the hideout, we'll probably have a look at the hideout after this particular raid, see if there's anything we can go ahead and start installing to our hideout. And one thing I will mention as well is I did hand in a bronze pocket watch. I didn't accidentally bring it in with me. I managed to realise that I had it still on my character before we came into this run. So if we do unfortunately find our first death of the series here, we won't be losing out on the progress for that particular task, which is obviously the main thing that we didn't want to lose out on. Not that it would have been a massive issue. We could have just gone back into customs and tried to do the task again. But if I can go ahead and avoid doing that during the course of this series, then I'll definitely look to do so. Grizzly's a nice thing to find for sure. We're going to put the Zagustin on 0 just in case we end up getting any sort of bleeds or multiple bleeds. Then we at least have the ability to go ahead and stop those pretty much straight away. But now it's going to be... Did I just hear something? Yes, I did, over to my right. But it's now just going to be a case of seeing what else is here. Is that a dead? That is a dead person. Kind of want to loot that crate, but hearing the rustle in the bushes has got me on edge a little bit. So I want to go and investigate that first. Kind of want to investigate that dead body, but it is out in the open up there a little bit. Don't know where the person or the scav or whatever it is that's rustling the bushes actually is exactly. So I'm not going to worry myself too much unless it becomes a bit more of an issue for us in terms of getting closer to our location. But we will continue to loot this technical supply crate for the time being. grab anything, pretty much anything. We don't need the duct tape anymore for the task, but I believe we all need it for the hideout at some point. So we'll take it regardless. Any ammo here, FMJ and PSO. Not really anything I want to be grabbing, if I'm honest. We'll go ahead and drink one of the two drinks here in just a moment. We do actually need that tool set for a task on factory. Plus we do need it, I'm pretty sure, for the hideout upgrade at some point as well. Excuse me, so we will go ahead and take that. But apart from the rustling that we heard, a lot of the shots that we are hearing are a little further away from ourselves at this present moment in time. Another tank battery. I think that's the second one we've seen so far in this series. And the second one we have turned down from actually taking. See what's in this tech supply crate. This is quite good for money value, so we will go ahead and do that. I'm trying to figure out if those shots were an SVD, because if they were, that means Sturman has a potential, or a higher potential, to actually be up during the course of this run. We do want to take the measuring tape, because that will help us get a hideout upgrade under our belt. But I think the best thing for us to do now, we're pretty full. Just want to go and check the rest of the potential med spawns here for a Salewa. We still need to look for food and drink, of course. There's not going to be a Salewa in here, unfortunately. Anything else we want? The AFAC's quite nice to see. We can probably drop the balaclava and put this on to grab this. And we do want to check for any other food and drink items, but also, of course, any other med spawns. Just double checking around here to make sure there's no scavs or players chilling, waiting for us to just kind of walk into their crosshair. So a car medkit, not really something we're looking for. It's not a bad little starting off medkit, but considering we have Salewas and AFACs and IFACs and all sorts coming out of our ears, I'm not going to worry. Can't even get my words out today. Worry too much about that. Go ahead and check in these. There is another IFAC there. Again, I'm not too sure. Tank battery. That's the third tank battery. That's insane. Technical supply crate. We do need a cricket for a daily, but we also need paper for the daily as well. I'm not going to take that. I think I'm going to leave it for now. We are spending quite a lot of time down at this the camp here. Obviously, it's not why we came here, realistically, but I just wanted to see if there was anything worth us taking from this location. I would have preferred to have found a Salewa, of course, but it is what it is. That power gauge is going to be quite nice for some money, so is that thermostat. I'm going to probably drop the propane, actually, to do this. And the reason I'm dropping the propane is we don't need it until later down the line. We'll go and have a quick look at this dead body. It is a static dead body by the looks of things, so it's not something that's ended up dying during the course of this raid, which is sort of nice to see and nice to know. Because obviously we did not... No, get out! Stand up, run away! No, I don't know it. I need to pop this Sagoost in. Otherwise that could have... Oh. This could be our first death here. Pop the Vaseline. We almost died going for the body that I originally didn't want to go for. Let's heal ourselves up. Holy cow. Okay, that could have been disastrous. At least we have access to our CMS. I think we put our... What have we got? We've got 3 uses. We need to put stomach and our legs on, I think, with the CMS. But we need to heal up fully before we even think about doing that. Oh, okay. I'm so glad that that scav kind of Didn't really realise what was going on. That could have been bad. That could have been very, very bad. Let's put our stomach back on real quick before we run out of energy and hydration. And right now, the kind of initial thought process about coming into this raid gone out the window, I'm not going to lie. We still want to go over to the search mission side of things to be able to go and at least get that done. And that is one scav kill down out of the shootout picnic. But I guess in some capacity we have been doing what we came here to do, which is like get hideout upgrade items and items for future tasks. Unfortunately, nothing currently for the task that we are on right now. That would be the ideal situations to obviously get things like the Salewers and the Iskras and the bits and bobs we need for ref. But I'm not going to be too upset if we don't end up doing that, but we do get search mission done. At least that way we'll have something done and dusted and under our belt from this raid, alongside grabbing all of the items that we have currently acquired. But yeah, that could have been our first death on this series, and it could have been a very unfortunate one considering we went to try and loot a dead static PMC and just got absolutely blasted by a scav. But thankfully we did survive, so we can't complain too much, I suppose. Let's stand behind this so we're actually behind some sort of cover. Jesus Christ. All of the hard work we just put into putting our legs back on, and we've just lost them again. God damn it. We need to move out of this area. I think we give up the pursuit of trying to get to the USEC camp at this present moment in time, because not having food and drink to top up our food and drink is going to be a little bit upsetting. And also don't really want either of that. And also the fact that we've lost our legs again isn't the most ideal situation either. So I think the main focus now for us is just to get out of this run. That is what we need to aim to do. I still want to loot that dead PMC though, which is probably not the brightest idea, but I kind of want to at least have a look. The emergency water rations is going to be quite handy actually. Go ahead and do that. Take the gold chain, and then we will have a look at what's on this dead PMC again, or at least attempt to. Power mag that's full of what looks to be just normal 7mm. Okay, we won't worry about that. But I'd say if that was going to be like Magnum Buck, that would be quite interesting to take. Is that a crevasse on the floor? It is. Very quickly, we will go ahead and use this, just so we can top up our energy and hydration again. Because we are going to unfortunately need to use quite a bit of our Vaseline to get through this run. We could still potentially go over to the USEC camp. That is still a possibility for us. But right now we are being pushed by scavs, which isn't too bad, don't get me wrong. Shootout picnic progress will be quite handy to have. But at the same time, I would like to get out of this run. Put that, drop that actually, take this. Go ahead and pop the Vaseline again. And now we have another scav to see if they've got anything that we want / need on them. Just take ourselves off of the slow walk. What do you have on you? take your glasses. Horse, not too fussed about that right now. Crackers for energy would be interesting, but we would need to have some form of hydration to go with it. I was about to say this could have been hydration. Oh, we do need this. Let's go ahead and take this. Let's pop the crackers, and then we can also use the Aquamarine to top up the hydration. And then I think, as I said, I think we just leave the USET camp for a different run, and we just take out what we've got, because we've got some hideout upgrade items, we've got some items that we can use for future tasks, we've got some items we can sell. Not quite obviously what we were looking to do in this raid as I mentioned, but at least this way we can just get out of this run alive. Another close call which we've managed to kind of skirt around, thankfully. Still quite a lot of shooting going along across the map, so we do need to be wary of that for sure. The only thing that would really save this raid and allow us to continue going on, because we've still got 23 minutes, is to find some form of CMS again. So if we could find even a CMS or a surge kit, so if we could find either of those, it does allow us a bit more freedom to go ahead and didn't want to do that, and push across the map. We do also have a nade, but I don't really want to sprint with 2 blacked out legs if I can help it. The fact that we can still move is beneficial for us for sure, but there's a lot of fighting going on still. I'm not sure whereabouts that fighting is going down, but it sounds like in the direction we're heading towards. It could even be in the lumber mill. Could even be directly ahead of us in here, for all I know. I do kind of want to head to this hut just to see if there's any goodies in there for us. Thought I heard something to my left, but I didn't. Or at least I don't think I did. Yeah, so far this raid unfortunately hasn't quite gone according to the original plan that we had. But it is what it is. We'll take that key. I'm not too sure if it's a key that we need. But we'll definitely take it. We don't need the duct tape, as I said. We just need the insulating tape now. So if we find that, we can drop some items for the insulating tape for sure. Probably something like one of the power gauges if we do find some insulating tape. Because we need that over the power gauge at this present moment in time. This is just for monetary value at this current moment. I think that's all it's going to be for every time we find it, if I'm honest. Because the only thing it needs is... actually, we do need it for boost generator level 1. So, possibility that we don't necessarily sell all of these. Rat poison, again, it's just something we'll end up selling. As nice as having the items for collector is. I didn't actually check. Yeah, no, there's no key card. But as nice as it would be to have some items for collector, I don't really need to keep hold of them for now. They seem to be fairly, not easy to find, but they seem to be quite common, especially the ones that we found so far. They seem to be reasonably common across the entirety of the maps. So I'm not going to be overly fussed about finding them and just selling them if we do have them. But yeah, the plan has definitely changed this raid now. Instead of doing what we were going to do, which is go up to the USET camp, get a search mission done, and hopefully find some more items for the tasks that we're currently on, we are just going to move to exfil here. So this is a bit more of a run, or a run that's turned into a bit more of a money-making slash hideout upgrade slash finding future task items run. But I'm not going to complain about that. No flash drive once again down there. Thought that was moonshine for a second. Do I need to use this? I will use it to grab some more energy, I think. Not too fussed about... I can't even remember what we dropped for it, but I'm not too fussed about keeping whatever it was for this present moment. We do need to go ahead and pop some more Vaseline, otherwise we'll be hobbling like anything to get to exfil. I do want to go to this stash. Don't know why I want to go to this stash, but I do want to head over to this stash just to see if there's anything reasonably good for us to take. I'm going to scope out the attachment shack as well. Don't see any movement over there. I think we are okay on that side of things. There is food and drink spawns over there, so it is something that we could go and have a quick check of as we're heading in that direction to exfil. Because anything that will go towards Jaeger and ref tasks would also be quite nice to find. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, it's another rig. We could definitely go ahead and chuck these items in here, because it does allow us to have a bit more room in our looting pool, so to speak. Do this. This can come down here in that case. This can come down here, and this can come down here. We can take the diary so we can sell that to Peacekeeper. So it was worth going to that stash for sure, because it allows us to have a bit more loot space. We didn't actually take any of the weapons off of any of the scavs we killed at the med camp. If I'm honest, I was mostly looking to see if any of them had a TOS or a 3M armor. Don't recall any of them having that, and if they did and I've missed it, that is my mistake. Let's just have a look and see what's here. We need this beer for ref. Take the hump back because we can go ahead and actually eat that if required. We need that Tarka as well, so that's huge. I don't think any of the other bits there I'm going to worry about taking. Have a quick look in the wooden crate. Also did not want to jump, and I'm glad we didn't jump. No reasonably good ammo for us there, so we can just move on towards exfil now, which is outskirts for us. We do have, like, if we were able to fully heal ourselves in terms of having another CMS or having a full CMS, then we'd be able to definitely still get to the USEC camp, because we could like ditch our backpack over towards outskirts and then go ahead and run up to the USEC camp, get search mission done and come back. But considering we have no legs and we'll have to essentially walk the whole way to and from the USEC camp, I just don't think we have enough time to go ahead and do that. I know our exfil's over to the left. I just want to see if there are any other scavs that we could potentially take out over here to get some more progress on search mission. Not sure if I saw movement, which is why I scoped in there. I'm not going to push into the area of Scav House just to be a little bit precautious, because obviously the weapon we have on us is more of a long distance weapon. So I don't want to close the gap, especially if a scav potentially might have a shotgun if they are down there. But I don't see any scavs down there. So we are just going to go ahead and get out of this raid. Keep our streak alive, because it was very close to ending. Very, very close to ending this run. We kind of fumbled our keybinds a little bit when it came to trying to get out of the dead PMC the first time round, which is why we took so much damage, but we managed to pick up the kill in the end, and that is going to be another successful run. Okay, so that's probably the closest we've got to unfortunately dying in a run, but regardless, it's another successful raid under our belt, which is the main thing that we want to be seeing right now. 3 scav kills towards the shootout picnic. Got to heal up the damage we still have on us. Excuse me. And now we can go ahead and sort out everything that we picked up in that run. So I think first and foremost, we hand in anything that we may have found to the likes of ref. I don't think we found anything for anyone else, unfortunately, on that map. But we can definitely hand in the beer and the dried meat, the Tarka dried meat to ref here. So you can have the beer, my friend, and you can also have this. Don't think we found any tape for you, unfortunately. We didn't find the Salewa I don't think we found any Isquers, and we didn't find anything for Skier either. So that is pretty much going to do it for this particular episode. But as I said, the last thing we're going to do before I sign off on this episode is just check to see if there is anything we can do in the hideout. I think there is. I think we can definitely get security done, because obviously we found the measuring tape. I think there was something else that popped up at the end of the last raid when we transferred all the items in as well. But we'll have a quick look and see what that is in just a moment's time. Okay, so we've got more than I thought. So we've got the security that we can construct. We can also construct the generator. Unfortunately, we don't have any fuel to put in there right now, but we don't have anything to craft right now, so that's not the end of the world. Obviously, vents is just money. We had that pretty much from day dot. Illumination, we can go ahead and get done. We can also get rest space done. Heating wise, we need to get another box of matches. I think we actually dropped a box of matches, or we didn't pick one up in that last raid, but we can also construct our shooting range. So hideout upgrades are underway, which is lovely to see. We still need heating, nutrition, med station, water collector, workbench, and lavatory. But regardless of that, that is not a terrible end to an episode at all. Once again, we have consistently stayed alive in this series. We have now had 7 raids with 100% survival rating. That last raid, however, could have been our first death of this series. Got lit up by a scav, but we managed to stay alive and get a couple of scav kills before deciding it was better to exfil than stay in the raid and essentially potentially lose out on all the items that we did pick up. Regardless of that, guys, I hope you did enjoy this video. If you did, please be sure to leave a like button and subscribe to the channel for more content from myself. If you've got any constructive criticism, any mods you want to see, anything on those lines for any of my videos, obviously mods will only be for SPT, but if you've got any constructive criticism for me, please leave it in the comment section down below. I'll read through it and try and implement it into my future videos. I'll leave links in the description down below to all my social media, my other YouTube channels, and also my Twitch channel. If you want to go and check those out, that'd be greatly appreciated. But regardless of that, guys, I thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.